Hey guys, I'm here with my weekly predictions for the fights this weekend. Brunson versus Shahbazyan. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. I'm really apologetic if I didn't. But on the main card, we got Kevin Holland versus Trevor Giles. I think I'm going to go quickly with this fight because I do have Kevin Holland knocking him out in the second round. That's just my pick. Maybe it's they're both mediocre fighters, but I think I have a little sour taste in my mouth still from the decision that Trevor Giles took over James Krause and ended that streak of his. But I still have Kevin Holland winning that fight. Next, I do like this fight the best on the card. I really enjoyed the first fight, and that's going to be Lando Vannata versus Bobby Green too. I really do love this fight. I think it has Fight Night written all over it. The first fight was great. I do have Lando edging him though this time. I just think he's a little bit, I wouldn't want to say quicker. I just think his striking overall is a little bit better, and this is going to be a stand-up fight. I would give him both 2 rounds to the 3. I do think it's 29-28, and it's going to go to decision, and it will get fight of the night. That is my prediction. We also have Vincent Luik. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the fighters' names right. Sorry, I'm tired. Versus Randy Brown. Randy Brown is decent welterweight. He looked good against like Mickey Gall. Had a couple great performances. But Vincent is on a different level of welterweight compared to Randy Brown. Just my opinion. I do not think it's going to be stylistically the best fight for Randy Brown. I do have, if I was going to put some money on this fight, I would definitely put Vincent knocking him out in the first, honestly. I might even do a bet that. It's either going to be the first or second. I do have him stopping him, though, for sure. He's just fringe top 15 contender. I think he is ranked still. I don't know if he was taken out of the rankings. You correct me if I'm wrong. But in the co-main event, we have Joanne Calderwood versus Jennifer Maia. And Jennifer Maia was a Victa champion. She was defended her belt, I think, 2 times. She's a good talent. She's coming off a loss over Caitlin Shahud and Joanne could have got a title shot, but she decided to take a fight. So it's always a risky situation. I mean, I don't think Joanne should get a title shot. She's coming off a split decision win over Andrea Lee. And she lost the fight before that. I honestly think that Laura Murphy should be getting the next title shot at flyweight because she has the best streak going over top-ranked fighters. So I don't necessarily think that it's bad that Joanne takes this fight because I think she needs to prove a little more before getting a title shot. And if she beats the former Invicta champion, that will be great to boost her fight against Valentina. I think she should do it decisively because Valentina is so good that they need to promote at least Joanne. It would be better if she came out and just dominated the fight over the third-ranked fighter. I do have Joanne winning by, I'd have to say, unanimous decision, 30-27. The rounds are going to be close, but I do have Joanne, I finally pronounced it right, edging it out 30-27, even though the rounds will be close. Okay, in the main event, Derek Brunson versus Edmond Shahbazyan. Great talent as Edmond. And I want to break this down a little bit. Derek Brunson, to me, is the definition of what a gatekeeper is. I don't know if I'm going to get hate on it for that or agreed with. He loses to top guys, but he always beats... he always loses to future challengers, title challengers, future champions. Like he's lost to Robert Whittaker, he's lost to Yoel Romero, he's lost to the Silva fight is kind of iffy, and he's just lost Ronaldo Souza. So he's losing to the top tier of the middleweight division. So if Edmond came in and he beat Derek, it will probably put him in that top category of the new middleweights, the top tier of the middleweights, because Derek Brunson is a tall task, and if you beat Derek Brunson, it means you're pretty much going to go somewhere. Definition gatekeeper. Edmond is a great talent, and his striking is amazing. He's only 22 years old. I was very impressed with his last performance over Brad Tavares, and I think this fight is going to look very similar. Derek Brunson likes to run in, and he's been a little bit calculated lately. He's beaten Ian Heinick and Elias Theodoro in his last 2 fights. But I think Edmond is on a different level. I do see this fight ending in the first round. It is a 3-round main event because it was bumped up to the main event spot. I do have Edmond countering Derek and stopping him in the first round. Derek Brunson likes to either get knocked out in the first round or get knocked out or knock someone out in the first round or get knocked out in the first round. I just have Derek Brunson get knocked out again, and it's going to look very similar to the Brad Tavares fight. And this will push Edmond to a different level into different categories of the middleweight division. I think it's a little too late for him to break John Jones' record to become the youngest champion, because I think he needs a couple more fights after this, but he will definitely be one of the youngest. He could possibly be one of the youngest champions ever in the history of the organization. And yeah, that is it. It's going to be a decent card. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to Lando versus Bobby Green. I apologize for mispronouncing some names, but it's going to be a good show.